I think I'll get real close to you and honk on you then. How's that? Oh.
You want to tase me?
No.
Do it.
Stay in the blue box.
I like it kinky.
You see, spread. How much further do you want me to spread, Daddy?
You understand me, China man?
Respect.
Respect.
Respect people.
Respect.
Lady.
I understand your language,
Respect.
China man.
Some thought they could talk their way out of trouble. Others thought the rules didn't apply to them. But they all learned the same lesson. The law doesn't care how entitled, flirty, or outrageous you are. From unhinged Karens to creepy cops, from fake sob stories to full-on meltdowns, these viral moments showed justice being served in the most jaw-dropping ways.
These 4 crazed Karens got what was coming to them in the most satisfying way. Number 4, Lena Hernandez. Sherry Berry was working out in a public park just outside LA in 2019 when 54-year-old Lena Hernandez aggressively pushed past her.
We don't play games here anymore, okay? Next time you ever talk to me like that, you're gonna get your ass kicked by my family. They're gonna fuck you up.
Hernandez soon erupted into a racist rant, verbally abusing the young woman and threatening her with violence.
Get the fuck out of this world! Get the fuck out of this state! Go back to whatever fucking Asian country you belong in.
Okay,
You
racist.
fucking bitch! This is not your place!
But Lena's shocking behavior here was just the start. Hernandez was caught again racially abusing and threatening a father and his 11-year-old son in the same park not long after.
Oh, okay, you're
Do you
making
know
a
how many
racist
people
comment right now?
can't stand you being
Oh,
here?
great.
You play games, we don't play games.
Oh, what kind of game are you playing?
I play games where you get to death.
Clips of the 2 racist rants circulated online as the police attempted to hunt down the racist Karen.
You understand me, China man?
Respect.
Respect.
Respect people.
Respect.
Lady.
I understand your language, China
Respect.
man.
The first straw for Hernandez came when she attacked Kayceelan Salminao in the Del Amo Mall not far from the same park. Salminao was pushed to the ground and hit by the retired social worker.
Crazy lady points down at me and says, "You better not get the F up or else." And then I get up, of course, and then that's when she physically grabs my hair and pushes me down and starts punching the back of my head.
She managed to take photos of her assailant during the attack and spotted her again in the viral videos.
That's a voice you don't forget. That's a face you don't forget, especially what she had done to me.
Police struggled to track down Hernandez, but eventually caught up to her after analyzing the footage further.
A lot of this might possibly not rise to the level of a crime, and yet some of it may.
Hernandez was charged with battery and sentenced to 45 days in jail and a year of anger management. Number 3, Mia Ponsetto. This is the moment when 22-year-old Mia Ponsetto attacked 15-year-old black teenager Keon Harold Jr. in an upmarket Soho hotel in 2022. Ponsetto, who had 2 previous convictions for public intoxication and DUI, can be seen tackling the teenager after accusing him of stealing her phone in the hotel lobby.
We have you see 2 black people?
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone!
Keon's father, a well-known jazz musician, can be seen desperately trying to protect his son as the crazed attacker assaulted the teen and accused him of theft.
What made you think that Keon had your phone?
I was approaching the people that had been exiting the hotel because in my mind, anybody exiting is probably the one that might be the one that is trying to steal my phone.
Ponsetto denied any racist profiling, but was seen targeting what seemed to be the only black person in her vicinity.
I admit, yes, I could have approached the situation differently or maybe not yelled at him like that and made him feel, maybe some sort of inferior way, making him feel as if I was hurting his feelings.
It turned out that Keon had never been near the young woman's phone, which later turned up after being handed into the hotel lobby.
Footage shows me attacking his son attacking him how? Yelling at him? Yes. Okay, I apologize. Can we move on? How is one girl accusing a guy about a phone a crime?
During this interview with CBS, Ponsetto defended herself, taking little responsibility for her actions, describing herself as super sweet.
Hurting his feelings because that's not my intention. I consider myself to be super sweet. I really never ever meant for it to hurt him or his father.
The entitled woman had viewers raging after talking over CBS's Gayle King and attempting to silence her after the video went viral.
You're 22 years old, but you are old enough to know better. So I will say you're 22.
All right, Gayle, enough. The hotel did have my phone.
Ponsetto was arrested the next day by police. She drove all the way home, refusing to stop for police, before officers pulled her from her vehicle.
Deputies forcibly removed her from the vehicle and arrested her.
Ponsetto was charged with aggravated harassment, endangering the welfare of a child, and unlawful imprisonment as a hate crime. She pleaded guilty and received 2 years probation. Keon's father was angered by the punishment, questioning whether his treatment as a man and a person of color would have been the same.
I had done that, what my Ponsetto done to my son, I'd be in jail now.
Number 2, Deborah Jo Hunter.
Do you really need this? What do you want me to do? Post it for you? How about that?
During the start of the COVID pandemic, Deborah Jo Hunter was filmed getting into an argument with a Pier 1 employee after attempting to return an item. The 52-year-old was seen losing her cool when Heather Sprague began to film her.
I think I'll get real close to you and honk on you then. How's that? Oh.
Sprague, a cancer survivor, captured the moment when Hunter approached her and coughed in her face. Hunter was later arrested and charged with misdemeanor assault, pleading no contest.
That video shows me in the worst possible light on my worst possible day, and that's not who I am.
Hunter apologized for her actions in online court, but focused only on how her crimes had affected herself and her family.
The reality is that my family has been permanently scarred. This incident occurred over 8 months ago, but my children just still continue to suffer the indignities that were caused by what I did. It's clear that the majority of our neighbors no longer wish to associate with us on even the smallest of levels.
The judge was not satisfied with Hunter's apology.
What concerns me, she talked about what impact it had on her children and her family, but I haven't heard about the potential deadly impact this could have had on the victim.
Hunter was fined, ordered to attend anger management, and placed on 6 months probation. However, the final part of her sentence was too much for this Karen to handle.
30 days Duval County Jail with credit for 1 day.
Number 1, Jamie Granger.
Come out of the stall and get out. Now.
I'm peeing.
Come out of the fucking vehicle. Get out here now.
This Karen got what she deserved after driving drunk and faking a sexual assault claim.
Stop it!
You're gonna get a
Stop it! Sexual assault!
You're gonna get an additional.
In December 2021, a New Mexico police officer pulled over Jaime Granger after receiving numerous reports of dangerous driving. However, after catching up with the vehicle, the officer is shocked when it takes off at high speed. However, unfortunately for Jamie, it didn't take the officer long to track her down.
Hey man, who just walked in in that car?
That's it.
After seeing Jamie risking the lives of others, the officer's patience runs out.
What are you gonna do about it?
Come out of the stall and get out. Now.
I'm peeing.
Come out of the fucking vehicle. Get out here now. Get out! Get your fucking hands up.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Initially refusing to have any knowledge of being pulled over, Jaime is clearly intoxicated and highly volatile.
Wasn't you.
What?
That's why they told me you're driving that blue car, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. You are now detained. So I figured out exactly why you left from.
Detained?
Because you took off my traffic stop.
What are you talking about?
Let's go.
No.
The woman protests her innocence for some time, refusing to admit that she was behind the wheel.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! You are such an asshole! Let me go!
Despite not having carried out a sobriety test, the officer informs Jaime that she'll be going straight to jail for evading him.
No, I just want to call my boyfriend, please!
You're not calling anybody. The only place that you're going to go is to the jail.
Jaime continues to make her situation worse, refusing to answer questions and being continuously aggressive.
You pulled over for me, and then you took off.
No, I did not!
Okay.
I didn't.
Spell your name.
No!
You're going to get another charge if you don't give me your name.
No! Let me call my boyfriend, please!
Jamie has been seen swerving all over the road by numerous witnesses, with the officer immediately smelling alcohol on her breath.
The reason why I stopped you, okay, is because you were called in by several people failing to failing to maintain your lane and going head on with other cars.
Backup soon arrived, and Jamie attempted to carry out a sobriety test, but gave up halfway through.
Do you understand my test?
You know what? I'm drunk, okay? I'm drunk.
Okay.
I just want my boyfriend, okay?
Where's your boyfriend at?
You called him? I don't know.
Okay, well, do you want to finish the test or do you want to stop?
Just stop.
Okay.
After searching her car, police began to realize why Jamie's behavior was so erratic.
Well, that'd be why.
Oh, gee, yeah, that would do it, right?
Yeah.
Police had let Jamie call her boyfriend, despite her trying to conceal her mobile phone from them. Despite their willingness to compromise, Jamie continued to be aggressive and make false assault claims against the officers.
Get in there.
Run!
Get in.
No! Let me go!
She later added an assault charge after continuing to resist.
Okay. No, you're not getting out.
Yes, I am. No! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Stop it!
You're gonna get
Stop it! Sexual assault!
You're gonna get an additional.
Let me go! Let me go!
You're gonna get battery
Sexual assault!
You're gonna get battery
Sexual assault! Let me go!
You're gonna get another charge if you hit me.
Jaime was transferred to the country after being continuously violent towards staff.
Don't put me with anybody who's not vaccinated.
There's nobody else in here, it's just you and me.
Even after being booked in by police, Jamie continued to attack both police and paramedics while making demands.
Don't be kicking stuff. Don't be kicking stuff, okay?
Fuck you.
All right, come on.
Don't do that.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Let me go!
She was also briefly taken to hospital to check her over, but was so abusive and aggressive in the ambulance that paramedics refused to take her.
Can we just throw her in the back of yours since it's lower?
Other highlights of Jamie's trip to jail involved faking an injury from a slamming door. Threatening to sue the police for brutality.
Why can't I call him? I get a phone call.
You are going to get a phone call once you get your heart rate good.
I don't give a fuck about my heart rate.
And even a promise of a favor of some kind towards police before kicking them again.
Sir, I'll do whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want. Let me go. Let me go. Get off me.
Don't.
Get off of me!
After she sobered up, Tommy pleaded guilty to aggravated DUI and 2 counts of battery on a police officer. Details of her court proceedings are unknown, but it's likely she won't be driving again for a while.
I just gotta do this every time, all right? I don't think you're gonna fight me or anything like that, but it's what we gotta do.
Hell no. You're gonna put it in my mouth.
I'll put it in your mouth.
Oh, this is interesting.
There are a million tricks that criminals will use to try and stay out of jail, and sometimes this can even include trying to seduce the arresting officer.
You wanna tase me?
No.
Do it.
Stay in the blue box.
I like it kinky.
Here are some shocking cases where detainees have tried to flirt their way out of jail.
You see, spread. How much further do you want me to spread, Daddy?
Our first case follows Karina Armando, who was arrested for DUI after an officer saw her driving dangerously across several lanes.
Hi! The reason I'm stopping you, well, I didn't stop you. Why did you stop? Let me ask you that. Okay.
It was immediately clear that the young woman was intoxicated. Officers carried out a sobriety test, which proved to be too much for Armando.
So right now, it's not good and you're under arrest.
On arrival at the station, Armando was full of compliments for her officers.
I am.
Despite her flirtatious attitude, Armando refused to supply a breath sample, further adding to her potential charges.
I just gotta do this every time, all right? I don't think you're gonna fight me or anything like that, but it's what we gotta do.
Hell no.
All right. Armando was allowed to call her father to come pick her up from the station, but her level of intoxication made it difficult to do anything.
Dad, can you come to the Motel police station across from Exxon?
Eventually, officers were able to take Armando upstairs, where she continued to flirt with officers.
Hey, I know you.
Yeah? Why is that?
I was meaning it like
You meant it in an endearing way?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, hi.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't get it in that kind of way, so.
It's always in that kind of way. Wow, Motel police station's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Karina received several tickets for her numerous traffic violations. Unfortunately, this wasn't Karina's first DUI, and the young woman seems to have a habit of risking other people's lives. But as these officers know all too well, if she doesn't learn her lesson, it's only a matter of time before she ends up in a prison cell or a grave. In our next case, police responded to a car accident where witnesses immediately told them that a crime had been committed.
She's drunk. And she already said that I don't want to get a DWI.
Thankfully, no one was seriously injured in the collision, but police were quick to investigate further.
So they said you're not having anything medical.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, just based on this driving behavior and what people have been saying when we came on scene, would you be willing to take some standardized sobriety tests?
The suspect was immediately showing signs of intoxication, but was denying any wrongdoing. However, it didn't take long for her to fail a sobriety test.
All right, man, go ahead and put your hands behind your back for me, okay? You're being placed under arrest for DUI.
Knowing that she was in serious trouble, the woman quickly turned on the charm.
I hope at least I'm like one of the cuter people that you've had in your cop car. Do not confirm or deny, please.
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Despite coming close to causing serious injury, the young woman failed to see the seriousness of the situation.
I'm too cute for prison. Don't do that to me.
Once she arrived at the station, she continued her attempts to flatter her arresting officer. Unsurprisingly, he wasn't interested.
How'd your face mask on? But I was like, that is so fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's get back to business,
nobody wants to date any woman that's looking like this, so.
Claiming to recognize him from before, the woman tried to get on his good side as best she could.
You are such a healthy man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
Despite her constant flirting, the drunk driver was charged with aggravated DWI and reckless driving. Our next case might be the most blatant attempt yet, and shows it's not just young offenders who have tried out this tactic. Kelly Barton, a group home employee, was taking her client back while driving under the influence when she smashed into a lamppost. Knowing she was in trouble, Kelly immediately started inappropriately flirting with the officers.
Put your hands on you. Want the life squad to check you, ma'am? Let them do what they gotta do. Come on, boys. I want the little young boys. Ask me how I'm feeling. Let the little young boys tell me.
Thankfully, the officers saw the funny side of Barton's antics, but it wasn't enough to save her from being arrested.
Let me tell you something. What I would do to you with your blue eyes.
So let me check your blood sugar real quick.
Barton's behavior could not only be seen as inappropriate, but was beginning to affect the officers' abilities to do their jobs. Eventually, after Barton failed a sobriety test, she was taken to jail.
Even if I was sober, I couldn't do this test.
Our next case took place in Florida the night before Halloween, when our suspect, Naomi Furrer, was pulled over on her way back from a party.
Fake cut had scared me when I walked up. Forgot tomorrow's Halloween. I'm like, oh boy.
I know, right?
The suspect was showing signs of intoxication, as well as a number of other violations.
The tags on the car expired back in March, and your license is suspended.
The young woman's speech and demeanor immediately signaled to the officer that she was drunk.
Your eyes are bloodshot and glossy. Your speech is slightly slurred.
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming off the car.
After carrying out a field sobriety test, it became clear that the officer's suspicions were correct.
I want you to start on the number 46 and count backwards to the number 29.
39, 38, 37, 36, 6.
Do you remember what number I told you to start the top on?
You said start at 38 and then start at 49 and I forgot the second one.
Okay. After risking the lives of others and lying to police, Naomi resorted to begging in order to avoid prosecution.
You're under arrest for DUI. DUI.
But I'm not drunk anymore. Did everything that you asked me to, right? Hey, sir, I can't have a DUI, please.
But the officer had heard it all before, and she was placed under arrest.
Not even supposed to be driving in the first place. You have 5 different suspensions on your license.
When the officer offered the young woman to put on another layer for warmth, she even offered to strip down to avoid arrest.
Do you have a pair of shorts or something in here that we can put on to cover you up a little bit?
Jersey. I'll put that on her.
I'll take everything. Oh, please don't charge me, but I don't want to go to jail.
Despite her attempts, the officers remained professional, ensuring that this drunk driver was off the streets where she wouldn't be putting others at risk.
Please, can you not make an exception, please? I promise I'll be
We are past that. I need you to sit in the car.
What would I have to do?
Nothing. The only thing that you could do to not go to jail tonight is not drive drunk.
Naomi later refused a breath sample. Her car was seized, but no public record of her charges has been released. Our next case shows how flirting to get out of arrest isn't limited to DUIs, with more serious offenders also using the tactic. In 2023, Lydia Badillo was pulled over not far from the Mexican border in Texas. She was carrying 2 passengers, but the officer immediately noticed that something was wrong.
Right. Okay.
They're my friends.
Okay, and who are these?
Both of my friends.
Okay. Okay. Okay, are these legit? Because they look fake.
The trooper in charge of the incident immediately noticed that Badillo's passengers had suspicious ID cards. This close to the border, any fraudulent-looking paperwork is a big concern for officers.
¿Los documentos por un tiempo? Por un año. Okay, pues son falsos, okay?
Running their IDs through the database confirmed the officers' suspicions. Facing charges of human trafficking, Badillo decided to turn on the charm.
Wait for me right here, okay? You don't have anything?
I'm looking at your eyes. Sorry, sir.
What?
I'm looking at your eyes.
Why?
Because you look pretty handsome.
But her attempt to win the officer over was unsuccessful. Officers like this one are well aware of the seriousness of Badillo's crime, with women like her passengers often being forced into sex work to pay off their debt with the traffickers. The officer's patience soon ran out, and Badillo was arrested and charged with human trafficking. Her passengers turned out to be illegal immigrants from El Salvador who were also detained.
You had 2 undocumented people in the vehicle. We're past that.
Y ahora es mi culpa.
Man.
Culpa de eso.
Okay? You're under arrest for human smuggling.
No, sir.
Turn around.
Please.
Turn around.
Our final case focuses on Grace Spoonamore, who was stopped by an officer investigating a hit-and-run in Ohio.
I'm asking you questions, you answer.
Okay, and I will answer.
Spoonamore was clearly intoxicated and started behaving suggestively towards the officer almost instantly.
Do you have anything in your pockets?
Oh, yeah? I don't know. You want to check me? Search me real quick. It may feel intimate.
When a second cop arrived, her flirtatious demeanor continued, although it wasn't clear whether she was trying to get out of trouble or deliberately provoke the officers. She also quickly admits to being drunk.
3 doubles.
3 doubles?
Yeah.
Where at?
So 6.
You had 6 drinks?
6 drinks of Patron.
That's why it smells like that?
Spoonamore continues to get increasingly angry throughout her arrest, making further inappropriate comments and getting increasingly agitated.
Guess what? You're a bouncer that works in my club because I'm a stripper.
At Christie's?
Right? No.
Where?
Hustlers.
Where's that?
What do you mean, where is it? You know.
I
Don't
know.
play dumb with me. I ain't that dumb.
Okay.
Spoonamore breaks down into tears after allegedly spitting at one of the officers. Although she isn't making much sense, it's clear that she doesn't have much trust in the police.
I don't believe you because you wasn't there to help me when I was needed.
Before she was on the way to the station, Grace continues to shout at officers and make inappropriate sexual comments. On arrival at the station, officers noticed that she had urinated on herself during the ride.
Step out.
No, you wouldn't let me go. I couldn't hold it.
Okay.
No,
Stay there.
I want to take them off.
Okay.
While being processed, she makes several attempts to remove her own trousers, while the officer tries to find a female colleague to assist him. All the time, Spoonamore continued to scream and act inappropriately, placing the officer in a very uncomfortable situation.
You want to taste me?
No.
Do it.
Stay in the blue box.
I like it.
Stay in the blue box, Grace.
Don't.
Stay in the blue box. Step back.
You can touch me.
Step back.
You touch me.
Her behavior eventually got so erratic that police made the decision to take her to a hospital. Several claims she was making concerned the officers, with some speculating that she may have been a victim of human trafficking.
No! You tried to put me in Mexico! Stop!
Watch out for...
She was later charged with speeding, obstruction of official business, and assault on an officer. That's it for our countdown of suspects who tried to seduce their arresting officers.
Watch what happens when these spoiled kids get arrested. 4. First up is Stephanie Bloodworth, who was approached by a police officer after being caught driving recklessly.
Come here. Stand in front of my patrol vehicle right now. Right now. Ma'am.
Sorry, what are you accusing me of?
The young woman had already tried to evade the officer once before by driving off as he pulled up.
You're running from me.
I did not. I'm right here.
Yeah. Now you are.
After arguing with the officer some more, Stephanie decides to get back in her vehicle and makes threats towards the officer.
Get out of the vehicle.
You gotta stop, bro.
I own it. Actively resisting. Get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle.
Stephanie once again decides to drive away before stopping a few streets away. When she pulls over once more, the officer decides he's had enough.
You stopped me over. Oh my God, Dad! They're arresting me!
Stephanie continues to scream at her father down the phone as another police vehicle arrives on scene. The young woman continues to fight and claims that officers need to call her father as he owns the small island of Duck Key where the incident occurred.
Can I call my father? No. He owns the island.
11, you can really see her.
Call my father.
I'm not calling your dad.
Once a second officer arrives, it becomes clear as to why Stephanie is acting so irrationally.
But she's 6'1", I can smell her.
Yeah, I know. What did I do?
He ran from me.
Stephanie claims to be sober, having been clean for 3 years, but police aren't convinced. Eventually, the girl's dad arrives.
Who's this guy?
Whatever, that's my dad.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got to go.
No, he doesn't.
Unfortunately for Stephanie, their father makes it clear on arrival that there's nothing he can do to help Stephanie get out of the mess she has created.
Why are they?
Copy 7275. You've been drinking, and you were speeding. And now the way you've acted, you've gotten yourself in a deep hole and they're going to take you to jail.
Eventually, police manage to force the young woman into a car after strong resistance and take her away to jail.
What's happening? What is happening?
We've told you.
No, but
Stephanie was charged with felony assisted arrest, dangerous driving, eluding police, and misdemeanor DUI. 3. Our next case will leave you speechless. Watch what happens when this entitled young woman refuses to leave her father's car for so long, he is forced to call the police.
I have to get out because it's his car, it's his property.
I don't think so.
No, I'm letting it on.
The woman, named Alexandria, claims to have been in the car with her father carrying out errands. When he refused to drive her home, however, Alexandria stayed put.
I'm sitting very close, yeah. So, whatever he's ready.
But he doesn't want to drive. You don't want to drive her home?
I think he might be having some sort of like early dementia or something.
Despite her age, Alexandria continues to act like a child, and the situation becomes even more frustrating when you hear her father's side of the story.
Stephanie, bring her down here. I got her a couple of gift cards because she doesn't have a job.
He just got me a gift card.
Supposed to be in a rehab facility, but somehow managed to get kicked out of it and showed up back at the apartment.
With police continuing to convince Alexandria to get out and walk home, her father explains how he blamed himself for his daughter's shocking behavior.
Well, I felt sorry for her, my mistake. Gave her more money, gave her more things to do, took her here so she could get food. Not only did she not get food, she refused to get out of the car.
The agonizing standoff continues as Alexandria refuses to get out.
He does not want you in his car. You're trespassing. Okay, so we can play this game, but you're gonna get arrested.
His daughter continues to claim that her father is suffering from dementia because he doesn't want to drive her, but the police aren't fooled.
Maybe he has early onset dementia, Alzheimer's. We tell upset. No.
After finally running out of patience, officers are forced to remove her physically.
I'm just gonna pull you out. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna come out of the car, so do we have to make this harder?
Don't pull my arm out of its socket. Don't touch me.
We'll just get the statement. We're not in a hurry.
Don't touch me. Don't molest me, please.
What's gonna end up happening is we're gonna end up having to force them.
I would like to press charges for assault.
Unable to believe what's going on, Alexandria becomes increasingly aggressive.
No. You're not putting me. What are you doing?
All right, I'm her name.
Put your hands behind your back. Her arrest. When you get pasted, nothing else.
The young woman even claims that the officers have sexually abused her during the arrest.
You're molesting me. You're sexually assaulting me.
She continues to throw out claims and resists arrest despite claiming to be in pain.
I can't breathe. You're constricting me. You're not doing anything. You're hurting me. You are physically hurting me right now.
One officer is even forced to use force when the woman tries to bite him and his colleague.
Sit back.
You just sit down. None of this is You're
Alexandria was then finally taken away, and it might be some time before she receives any more help from her father. 2. Our next case shows how being intentionally rude to officers can come back to bite you. While on patrol on the water in Escambia County, Florida, these 2 Florida Fish and Wildlife officers received a middle finger from the operator of a passing boat and decided to see why they had been disrespected.
What was that about? Flipping us off. You're not in neutral. Put it in neutral. Put it in neutral.
Although flipping off the cops is not breaking the law, it's probably not a good idea if you are actively carrying out multiple other crimes.
I'll tell you what, man. If you bring attention to yourself, we'll come figure out what's up. That's all.
As soon as officers pulled the boat over, it became immediately clear that the passengers and operator were drinking underage.
Whose boat is this?
It's Freedom Boat Club, but I work for him.
As well as this, the insult the officer had received made him keen to find any other regulation the operator might be breaking, and quickly checked that all of the legally required safety precautions were being taken.
Well, let's take concern with that. Listen to me. I need none of you. Listen to me. I need 9 life jackets, your registration, a throwable, and a fire extinguisher.
The operator was now clearly regretting his decision of showing off to his friends. The group was forced to sit and watch as the 18-year-old tried to dig himself out of trouble, but it was too late.
He's getting arrested for boating under the influence, so. Okay. All right. I don't know if he has anything else or duties he needs to do today, but he's not going to be coming back today.
Back on shore, police informed the passengers that the operator would not be coming back with them. Although they had been caught drinking underage, the officer decided to let the passengers off with a warning this time. As for the driver who was operating the boat while drunk, he wasn't so lucky.
I know you did what you did. You may think that's why we turned around. Definitely grabbed our attention, but you stepped up from the steering wheel, walked to the center of the boat while underway in the middle of a bridge when our boat, which is a bigger boat, has a bigger boat weight, all right, and sat there and did whatever you did. Nobody's driving the boat.
Not only has the teenager ruined his fun day out, but he may not end up with a criminal record and lose his job. Despite this, the youth continues to claim innocence despite being caught red-handed.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. I'm boating. I'm good on. I didn't stand away from the boat at all. I had a control of it all the times.
You stood in the middle of the boat and held 2 fingers up. How did you have control of the boat?
I don't skip on that. But no, I had a hand on the wheel all the times.
Brother, you had 2 hands high in the air.
Our final case shows how an entitled teen can get themselves into trouble even when they weren't in any trouble to begin with. On June 4th, 2022, police pulled over a car for speeding and dangerous driving in Wyandotte, Michigan. However, officers immediately noticed the smell of alcohol coming from the vehicle and decide to perform a sobriety test.
Where are you coming from tonight?
Wanda, whiskey's on a recum.
Whiskeys? Okay.
Yep.
All right, we're going to go over here and we're going to run you through a couple of sobrieties, see if you're okay to drive, okay? All right, you said you had 2 drinks?
Yes.
That's honest?
Yes.
Okay.
2.5 everyone. Yeah.
Okay, how long ago?
An hour ago.
An hour ago? Okay. You ever been arrested before? No?
The young woman behind the wheel is visibly intoxicated, but gives all of the usual answers that these cops have heard 100 times before. While the sobriety test is being carried out, the young woman's passenger gets them into even more trouble.
How much have you had to drink?
2.
2? Is that an honest 2?
Honest.
Because we hear 2 is the number that everyone...
With you, I'm underage.
Are you?
Yes.
They served you underage?
I'm being so real with you.
Okay.
Despite being underage, the misdemeanor is unlikely to place her in any serious trouble. However, her friend behind the wheel is in much more serious trouble.
Is she underage too? Because I see the X is on her hand.
21.
She's 21? Okay. How are they serving to you? Actually, don't answer.
After miserably failing her sobriety test, the driver is arrested, making little fuss as she is placed into custody. However, on seeing her friend get handcuffed, the passenger immediately starts to panic.
How are you getting home?
I mean, my ride's right behind her, but like, I'll go with her because I don't.
No, your ride's over there, that Ford Taurus.
Yep, but I'm gonna go with her because I don't care.
Despite being told to go home, the driver's friend insists on coming to the police station as well.
I don't want her to go by herself.
We're not taking you to jail.
But I'm gonna go with her.
It seems that the entitled young woman simply could not believe that her friend was seriously being arrested, despite both of them breaking the law.
I'm not going to go without her.
You can't go with it.
Can I drive her car then?
No.
Like, I'm not.
No, you've been drinking too.
No.
You told me you've been drinking.
You're right. I told her how old I am too.
I know.
So take me with her.
No. You can't go with her.
So what do you want me to do?
You can stand back over here.
After some time, even her own friend became frustrated with the young woman's actions.
Please.
But she needs to like really calm down.
Stop what? They're gonna take you with you. I don't care. I wasn't taking me with you. I thought Fancy taking me with you.
Shut up.
Like you gonna take me with you or nothing. I don't care. I'm just gonna right here until you with you.
The young woman continuously demands to go to the police station, as if she had some kind of authority in the situation.
At a hotel.
Take you with me either way. Can take me with her or nothing.
At a hotel.
I'm gonna stand right here until you take me with you.
What do you guys do?
I don't care.
Eventually, her boyfriend arrives at the scene, and despite his calm demeanor and attempts to help her, the young woman starts being verbally abusive towards him.
Yo, please go home. Go home. This is I take her. I'm going with her. I don't care. Go home. Go see Prom.
You have things to work.
I don't give a fuck. I want to go with her.
You gotta go with her.
Deshaun, I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Even after explaining that her arrest does not mean that she'd be able to stay with her friend, the young woman continues to make demands and verbally abuse those around her.
If you get arrested tonight,
And I'd rather go with her.
You're not gonna be.
hold on. You won't be with her. You guys are gonna be separated.
All right.
So there's no point. Like, you're not gonna be able to talk to
Her
her.
be by herself. Her mom, first of all, is gonna kill me.
Finally, the cops have enough of the young woman's attitude.
Like, why did you pull up? Why did you be here right now? No, you don't need me right now.
All right.
You gotta stay.
Hey, you're in jail now. Come on, jail. You're under arrest for disorderly.
Please.
Please, this is gonna change everything, but please don't care. I gave her every opportunity in the world.
If the young woman's entitlement and bad attitude wasn't enough to boil your blood, wait until you see her reaction in jail.
Hi, Mom. Hi, I'm in jail. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say it's funny, but I was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm drunk. I'm in jail. I know that John told you.
She and her friend have just placed the lives of innocent people in danger, as well as causing significant distress for both her boyfriend and parents. Clearly, though, the young woman feels little remorse, finding the entire thing funny.
You grab cash. I have cash in the room.
250.
It's gonna be 250. Okay, well, I wasn't gonna leave no viral stuff. All right, I love you. Goodbye. See you in the morning.
Let us know in the comments which of these cases you found the most shocking. Hopefully, these teens learn to be responsible before they end up seriously hurting themselves or someone else.
Out. Get off of me! Take it out. Don't touch me! What the?
Don't touch me! Police are meant to serve and protect, but these creepy officers crossed the line when they disturbingly tried to take advantage of these women.
No.
We're looking at these officers who decided to break their oath. But what happened to them afterwards? On August 23rd, 2023, Florida officer Anthony Hare did something so unspeakable that he had to quit the force. Hare was on patrol when he was called in to arrest several people for suspected car theft.
Put your hands behind your back. There you go. Stay like that. Why are you guys tripping like that?
Hare took one of the arrested criminals to the back of his car. Everything seemed to be normal.
Nothing I see you. Go, sit inside.
The officer was supposed to take the woman to Las Colinas Detention Center. However, halfway through the journey, something truly shocking happened. He radioed a colleague asking for help, claiming that both he and the woman were stuck in the back seats of the police car. His colleague rushed to help out and found Hare suspiciously close to the woman.
All right, sir, step out of the vehicle for me.
Authorities questioned the officer, asking him how he ended up getting himself stuck in the back of his car and if something strange had happened between the criminal and him. Hare then explained his version of the events.
Opened the door, and then as I came in like that, I was trying to wake her up. My feet wasn't this. My feet didn't get caught like that. And then when I was like waking her up, that's when I noticed that this door closed on me.
The woman revealed that nothing had happened between them, but a further investigation revealed the disturbing truth. Detectives discovered traces of bodily fluid on Hare's belt, and even more shockingly, the body camera picked up moaning from the back seat. The woman later told investigators the officer had asked for her phone number and to meet up when she was released from jail. He resigned shortly after. On July 25, 2016, Amanda Houghton called 911 after a car reportedly hit her from behind during a stop. An officer came to inspect the incident, but to Amanda's surprise, he turned on her. According to the policeman, Amanda was incredibly jittery, and he suspected she was under the influence of some sort of substance. She had to do this completely on her own, while her husband was not allowed to leave their car. During the test, Amanda struggled to walk straight, which made the officer believe he was in the right.
I'm gonna place you under arrest for DUI. Stop. Yes. 3 hands behind your back.
But here is when things took a dark turn. The officer began to search her, taking advantage of her.
Hey, I'm gonna search you. You don't get a trophy.
The officer didn't find anything on her or her car, yet he still arrested her with a DUI. Even blood tests showed there were 0 traces of alcohol or drugs in her system. Amanda sued the city of Layton, claiming that she was wrongly arrested and touched, but the police department argued the officer was just following protocol. This police officer switched off his body camera so he could hide his biggest secret. On April 17, 2022, police officer D'Angelo Reyes was on patrol when he met a woman walking her dog.
You're sexy. Is that unprofessional of me? I don't know, I'm sorry, but I'm just like, damn.
Immediately, the policeman tried to learn where she lived.
Oh, do you live around here?
Yeah, I stay at the motel.
Oh, which one?
The studio.
Oh, okay.
But when it came the time to introduce themselves, Officer D'Angelo Reyes gave a fake name.
What's your name?
My name?
I'm Eric.
At the end of the conversation, Reyes suggested they should meet up later that night.
You just chilling tonight? Okay. If I'm wandering around, where should I wander?
It was then that he switched off his body camera. She ended up giving him her phone number, but that proved to be the wrong move. The policeman later came to her motel. He told her that he had run her details through the Tulsa Police Department system and had learned she had a long criminal record. He then threatened, saying, "It wouldn't take much to put a person with her record back in prison." The woman was afraid he was going to plant evidence and later arrest her, so she felt pressured into sleeping with him. Eventually, she came forward and revealed the relationship had not been consensual. The officer resigned shortly after and was taken to court. Since then, a new victim has come out alleging Reyes also took advantage of her. This creepy cop attacked a female colleague in a fit of rage. But what happened next was incredibly dark. On the 19th of November 2021, Sunset, Florida officers were in the middle of a very intense arrest.
Get in the car. All right, I'm getting in. Get your feet in. What's up?
Enraged by the situation, Officer Christopher Pulis began screaming at the arrested criminal.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You want to play games? You play with the wrong mother. What you gotta do, man? You gonna mace me? Look at me, mother. You wanna play games?
The other cops became worried, as they suspected Pulis was going to hit the suspect. A female colleague decided to intervene and pulled him out of the car. But that's when tragedy struck. Pulis lost his mind completely and choked his colleague.
No.
Pulis then came back to the police car, where he confronted the suspect once again.
We clear? Yes, sir.
The officer was later charged with 4 crimes for this incident, including battery and assault on a law enforcement officer. Pulis was arrested and pleaded not guilty to all 4 charges. Rookie Officer Tyler Garnett was on patrol with a colleague when they both pulled a car over. Inside was Kaylee Coates, her boyfriend, and some of her family members. The cops claimed to have smelled pot inside the car and ordered a police search. However, when Garnett began searching Coates, something truly sinister happened.
Hey, hold on. Stop. Time out. Go back there. Ma'am, do you have anything on you?
No.
Okay.
Immediately, his more veteran colleague apologized to Coates.
He's a new officer. I'm training him.
Hold his fingers.
That's why.
I'm sorry. I thought only a female.
No.
I don't have anything on me.
Ma'am.
Only a female officer was.
Males can search females, but we're supposed to use the back line.
That's violation right
So
there.
that's why as soon as I saw him, I stopped him, told him to go to the back of the car. It's all being recorded. I want to let you know that. I want to reassure you of that, okay?
He even let her know that they had enough proof for her to make a case against Gurnett. Coates filed a lawsuit against Officer Tyler Gurnett, for which the court awarded her $50,000. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of first-degree official misconduct. He was fined $500 and was given 2 years of conditional discharge. He then resigned from the force altogether. Patricia Wilson was driving on a highway when she was pulled over for allegedly not having her seatbelt on. State Trooper Isaiah Lloyd suspected she was under some substance and began interrogating her.
Taking prescription medication or anything?
No. I do no drugs, no nothing. Swear to God.
However, when he started searching for drugs in her person, he began to touch her inappropriately.
You can't see underneath the hood of the car where his hands are, how far in my pants he is, and how long it takes him to remove his hands from that area.
After finding no illegal substances on her, she was issued a ticket and let go. But this was just the beginning of a nightmare. That evening, Wilson was stopped once again by the same state trooper, who now claimed she was driving erratically and that the car dent was too dark.
Yes, I think he was waiting, being pulled over second time, not even a quarter of a mile away from my home. That then scared me. That's why I felt like I was being stalked.
Wilson later filed a lawsuit against the trooper and the city and was eventually awarded $25,000. Meanwhile, that creepy policeman was suspended for 2 years.
Hey! Come over here! Get on, put your hand behind your back. I got the taser out. Put your hand behind your back. Put your palms together.
On January 2015, Richard Scavone arrested Amanda Viscardo Ortiz after suspecting with no evidence that she was a night worker. Immediately, the cop became violent and used extreme force to arrest the woman. But what happened next was even more disturbing. Scavone then began searching Ortiz, but he crossed the line.
Out. Get off of me! Take it out. What the? What else you got? Get off of me! What else you got? Get off of my titty! You're in my... God, what the... Reach for anything while I'm talking to you. Get off of me! No! You finished? No! In the car. In the car. Oh my God! You're gonna what? What are you gonna do? What are you doing? In the car.
Shortly after, Scavone was fired and charged in court for using excessive force. He was sentenced to 1 year in prison and 1 year probation. He also had to pay a $20,000 fine and complete 300 hours of community service once released. This police officer chased this woman down and punched her repeatedly.
It was like thump, 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 and then you hear her head bouncing, bam, bam, on the concrete.
David Diaz was driving down the highway when he saw a policeman chasing after a woman. The California Highway Patrolman claimed that the woman was walking within traffic lines. When he confronted her, she allegedly became physically aggressive, and he felt the need to take her down. But what David Diaz and other drivers saw was incredibly brutal. The patrolman tackled the woman down and began beating her up, punching her repeatedly on her head.
I seen 11 on the video. He took more shots than that. I think it's around 15 shots to her head.
An off-duty policeman then rushed over to help the patrolman apply handcuffs. The video became incredibly viral online, with many asking for the patrolman to be suspended. However, when the California Highway Police came forward, their statement shocked everyone.
The tape only shows a small part of what transpired. There were events that led up to this. Until all that's collected and put into perspective, we aren't going to be able to make a determination.
According to them, the patrolman had done nothing wrong, and that the woman's injuries were greatly exaggerated online.
The report indicated that the individual was not injured and the officer didn't notice any injuries on the individual.
In the end, she reached a settlement after suing the department. These are just some of the cases where policemen abuse their power to take advantage of women. And while there are many cops that will still look out for us, it's important to also remember that these crimes are still happening.
You see this? I am wearing contacts.
Sophia.
Did you see this?
Sure.
I am wearing contacts.
Am I allowed to touch cops?
Vanessa, put your shirt on, please.
You won't believe how far these suspects take their flirting to try to avoid being arrested. Number one got pretty close. This young woman called Karina was pulled over for failing to keep her car in her lane. The officer notices right away the smell of alcohol, her slurred speech, and Karina's excessively smiley demeanor.
I just haven't cleaned my car. Don't judge me.
Okay.
Karina's playfulness goes hand in hand with lying about the amount of alcohol she's ingested.
So I had 2 drinks.
2 drinks? Okay.
But the officer doesn't buy it. Plus, Karina is 20 years old, 1 year under the minimum legal drinking age.
So, right now I'm asking you to step out of the vehicle so we can talk on the side of the road. Step out of the vehicle.
He explains how to perform the sobriety test to her, and she seems eager to start.
Do you understand?
Cool. When does it start? I'm like, let's take it. I want the challenge.
However, after several failed attempts and the officer having to explain the test to Karina at least 3 more times, his patience has run out. Still, Karina shoots her final shot.
No. Face away from me and put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Because you're under arrest.
However, Karina's flirtatious attitude doesn't fade away once they're back at the police station.
Am I allowed to touch cops?
I would probably advise against it.
Not like in a mean way.
Karina was charged with a DUI, reckless driving, and refusal to submit to chemical testing, but she didn't let that spoil her fun.
Alright, watch your step.
I got it. Can you keep up?
I can. I'm not going to.
The wildest interaction on this list has Sophia, a Hooters employee, as the main lead. She's pulled over by officers for suspected DUI. However, for some reason in this case, the officer dealing with her seems happy to play along.
Is that a bar? Excuse me, down at Golf Gate?
Oh!
Sorry, I'm drinking a fizzy drink.
What were you drinking? Sir?
Celsius.
Fizzy drink?
Yeah.
And it's a Celsius.
Yeah.
You swear?
Pinky.
You swear?
Pinky.
The investigation begins in a flabbergasting way. Sophia denies having driven at all that night, despite having just been pulled over by the cops for driving erratically.
And I'm not gonna drive. I'm not gonna drive.
But you were already driving.
I am. I was not. No, it wasn't. No, I was not.
I mean, we stopped you in the middle of the road.
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
Look at the cars.
Then, the officer decides to have Sophia perform some sobriety tests. But it's not going to be easy to convince such a suspect.
Babe, you were asking me to take a test without a test.
That doesn't make much sense.
The officer is now realizing Sophia is a force to be reckoned with.
Turn on the lights. We're gonna make out.
Wait.
He struggles to keep a straight face while pulling Sophia aside to do a balance test.
Okay, do you want to try this first exercise for me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy. God damn.
Alright.
You in that suit? I'll do anything for you. Sorry.
No matter how much he tries to put her in the test's starting position, Sophia's flirting just can't be stopped.
Here, wait, you stay right there.
Are you gonna tase me?
Oh, just hold on.
Are you gonna tase me? You're gonna tase me?
Right there, Sophia.
You're gonna tase me?
The situation is now degenerating into the comically absurd.
Are you wearing contacts right now?
No, I'm wearing glasses.
No, I am wearing contacts. Wait, you see this? I am wearing contacts.
Sophia.
Do you see this? I am wearing contacts.
The officer feels the need to remind Sophia that whatever his body cam records may be seen by any of her family members, but Sophia is unfazed by this information.
In all seriousness, everything that we do.
Don't be such a nerd,
is
bro.
on body cam, and that body cam is public record.
Nerd.
It's for anybody.
I am a nerd. I am a nerd. I am a nerd. Show it to the body cam. I am a nerd.
In an unexpected turn of events, Sophia refuses to do the sobriety test altogether and even asks the officers to put her in handcuffs, but not without making one last brilliant remark.
It's so cold.
Hold on, lean forward. Alright.
After seeing a car drive in late at night at a parking lot and hearing noise coming from the car, this police officer approaches to make sure everything's okay.
Don't do this to me. No, I live right here. I'm not gonna drive anywhere. I'm just trying to get the
Okay.
However, 23-year-old Vanessa Castrejón, described by her passenger as drunk as hell, is not in her best attitude. As she's pulling out her ID, she starts to brag about her job.
I'm a businesswoman, so I have a lot of ideas in me. Do you want to know how much I earn a year?
I honestly
You probably don't give a sh.
Seeing as Vanessa is clearly intoxicated, the officers decide to run field sobriety tests. As soon as she hears this, Vanessa gets defensive and accuses the officer of being racist, saying they have only stopped her for being Latina. However, let's say this doesn't go as planned.
First thing I notice is the car. I don't notice the people who are driving. It's dark out. It's 1 in the morning. It's 1 in the morning. I'm Hispanic as well. You noticed it right away as I walked up.
Then, Vanessa changes tactics and tries to flirt with the cop in a not-so-subtle way.
You look hot.
Unfortunately for her, the officers have had enough by then.
You gotta exit the vehicle, I'm sorry.
Oh, what, you're in trouble?
Vanessa is arrested for driving under the influence, but the troubles are far from being over.
I need you to right, and I'm gonna reach for the seatbelt.
Shoot me right now.
Vanessa.
Me. Shoot me right now! Shoot me! Shoot me right now, because you're gonna me regardless!
Vanessa's behavior keeps on degenerating, to the point of allegedly kicking and spitting on the officer's face as they are about to enter the station.
So that was, you did not need to spit at me?
I did.
Once there, however, she appears to come to the realization that she's overdressed for the occasion.
Vanessa, put your shirt on, please. Vanessa, if you don't do that, I'm going to put you back on handcuffs on the bench.
But Vanessa is beyond listening to threats. The officers put her in a special mask to keep her from spitting, but she's still not cooperative.
Oh, yeah. It's hot.
Vanessa, are you willing to do the test?
No, I'm ready to die. I don't want to. I literally want to die in your hands. You bloody hands. Kill me.
Vanessa was charged with DUI, aggravated battery, resisting arrest, and possession of a controlled substance.
Kill me right now.
These cops noticed a car hitting another car and trying to run away, and immediately forced it to stop.
You hit the car all the way over there, and you ended up over here.
I was just trying to,
go home? You're trying to go home? Because you know you had a little bit too much to drink.
The woman behind the wheel reeks of alcohol, and the officer sees a clear need to run a sobriety test. But she then puts on her most charming smile.
How much did we drink?
Just a little bit, just like.
You had more than that.
Even as the officer runs a horizontal gaze test with a torch to check the involuntary jerking motion of the eyes, the woman is extremely giggly.
We're almost done, come on.
My contacts
I
are
got
blurry.
you. I got you.
A failed balance test is enough to convince the officer to put the woman in handcuffs.
Do me a favor. Turn around, bring your hand 20 back. You were under arrest for driving while intoxicated.
That's when he learns the woman is a mother.
You have a daughter.
No, I f***ed up.
How old's your daughter?
She's 5, almost 5.
Almost 5. What if she was in the car?
I would never drive with her in the car.
Well, she never drives drunk, right?
As they try to recover the woman's phone from her car before taking her to the station, you can see how the woman's attitude towards the officer has made him uncomfortable.
Ask her what her number is. We'll just call her. The way she's acting, very flirtatious, not doing it. Okay, never mind.
She is crazy.
You're crazy.
Oh, you can't read English apparently. Nobody cares.
Ma'am,
I'm
if you
white
touch
and
me-
I'm hot. I'm white and I'm hot.
You won't believe how racist these Karens are. Francie Neely came out of her Jaguar convertible barefoot to scream at a mixed-race family for staging their baby's birthday photo shoot on a sidewalk.
Look at what
you're doing. Okay.
And you have brought these people who are crazy.
Victim.
The area is apparently very popular for photo shoots, prompting some residents to complain.
It's the photographers coming, setting up all day, bringing all their clients through as if it's a studio, and then leaving trash. I think that was the biggest objection.
But on this day, Neely took it upon herself to drag the props from the photo shoot off the sidewalk. At a certain point, the couple, Kellen and Isaiah Allen, observed Neely's dog dangerously close to their baby. Kellen asked her to restrain it, but Neely refused.
I was very angry and I felt extremely disrespected.
This has never happened to me before, and I'm still shocked. I'm still shaky just thinking about everything that's going on.
Neely even whacked Isaiah's camera.
She is crazy.
You're crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Excuse me, you're invading my private. Look.
A week later, Neely released an apology video.
I ask for forgiveness and understanding. I love Houston and ask that we come together to heal, and I extend my hand in friendship.
But this was not the only incident. On a separate occasion, Neely tried to break up a prom photo shoot.
If you are not gone in 3 minutes, the security people.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day, ma'am.
I live here, you son of a...
After the altercation with the Allen family, prosecutors investigated the incident but did not charge Neely, a retired corporate attorney and philanthropist, with anything. The couple instead claimed they have suffered anxiety, insomnia, and depression, while their child was still jumpy around pets. This led them to file a lawsuit.
Like, that's assault. You can't be putting your hands on people.
What is going on in the world where people are deputizing themselves? This woman is not the neighborhood police.
Neely sent an email to Eyewitness News saying, I have been the recipient of malicious hate mail. I have had to vacate my house for periods of time, fearing for my security. Nonetheless, I will not be terrorized or harassed into paying people who appear determined to pursue a spiteful agenda. In my view, the best course for everyone concerned would be to move on with grace and forgiveness. I wish the family agreed.
Put it all over the web, baby. Put it all over the web. Such wonderful people.
On 3 separate occasions, Jean Moore, or Downtown Karen, harassed people of color on the street. In one case, she approached Andy Yang in New York along the East River Promenade and tried to lure his dog out into traffic.
Boba, come here. Boba, come, Boba.
Andy Yang recounted Moore's racist remarks.
Telling me to go back to my country, take Boba back to my country. Boba and I are born and bred New Yorkers. We don't have another country to go back to, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Moore had complained that Boba was not on a leash. That's when a bystander stepped in.
What kind of problem do you have, lady?
Like, seriously, put it out there. Put it out there that you can walk around without your dog on a leash. You know what? Put it out there that you can insult someone of Asian descent and then also try and instigate a dog to go in the middle of the street because you're on principle for whatever reason. Who are you?
Moore yelled at another victim in the park for her dog being on the grass, then reportedly spit on her.
Don't yell at me.
I will yell at you.
Keep walking.
What, are you crazy? There's no dog on the grass.
Oh my gosh.
Keep filming. We can be here all day.
You're overreacting, Karen.
My dog is not on a leash. Oh, you can't read English apparently. Let's go read.
Why? Because I'm Asian? Are you racist? Are you racist? Are you racist?
Oh, apparently you don't have to do anything that Americans have to do.
On another occasion, Moore harassed 2 black teens skateboarding. When an Asian man intervened, Moore got into an argument with him, insulting him using racist slurs.
Do you live here? I live here. I grew up here. My dad grew up here.
Oh my God. You're so great.
Great, yeah.
You're so
Stop
awesome.
bothering people. Get a life.
Oh, get a life yourself, you moron.
She has tried to stop a skateboarder more than once.
The energy. What the? Why do you feel like it's important to infringe on their rights, Karen? This is nuts.
Moore, an anesthesiologist, has come under fire for her actions. Her reviews include, she made racist comments about foreigners that offended me, which is surprising since she wasn't educated in United States. Revoke her license, please. And if I was anything but Caucasian, I wouldn't trust this crazy Karen with your life. Moore is a racist to Asians all over NYC.
The NYPD is looking into it as a potential bias hate crime.
2 men who own a moving company were unloading a truck in Lee County, Florida, when they were verbally assaulted by Gina Brashear, who said the N-word 6 times in 30 seconds.
You can't use that language.
I can use the word all god mother.
Brashear's driveway was apparently being blocked by the truck. The racist rant was captured by the woman receiving materials from the moving company who eventually called the police.
Yeah, I had people helping me here and she was calling them the N-word. I didn't know she wanted the truck moved. She just started yelling at me about my fence and how I don't have a permit for it.
When Brashear was later questioned over the phone, she revealed this.
There's nothing illegal about saying it.
Do you feel that it's okay to use that derogatory word?
Absolutely. Do I have reasons to be racist? Absolutely, I do.
Melvin Finley said, "We have a very long way to go. We have not come as far as we claim." His partner, Will Osley, was at a loss. "It's 2021, man. I don't know," he said.
I've been, insulted before. It's nothing new to me. But this time around, it's a little, I don't know, it just feels a little different. It feels bigger than me.
Brashear also admitted to hiding her racism when she owned a veterinary clinic, Affordable Animal Care Clinic, which has since closed.
Did I hide my racism at my business? as a professional, guess what? You have to not show those sides when you own the business.
Another veterinary clinic who inherited the Affordable Animal Care Clinic's phone number has had to clarify multiple times that they do not have any affiliation with Brass Here. Brass Here has made her stance very clear, saying, "I'm a racist, I'm sorry for what I said. That will never come out of my mouth, ever, never." Susan Westwood, nicknamed South Park Susan, is wanted for misusing 911, falsely claiming that 2 black women tried to break into apartments in her complex.
Folks that are trying to break into apartments, they are actually people that I've never seen here before, but they are African American, and they're causing a problem.
The sisters, Lisa and Shelly Garris, were simply waiting in the parking lot for AAA to jumpstart their car when Westwood approached them, seemingly intoxicated.
Is your boyfriend here? Is your baby daddy here? Nobody cares. I'm white and I'm hot. I'm white and I'm hot.
Several times, Westwood bragged that she makes $125,000 at her job.
What are you doing here? I'm still going to make $125,000 Monday morning. Who are you? Do you live here?
She was fired after her outburst went viral. The sisters recorded the incident and later hired a lawyer.
It is so upsetting to know that today we still have this overt racism that's going on.
4 criminal summonses were issued for Westwood on 2 counts of communicating threats and 2 counts of simple assault.
It's a very uncomfortable situation, which is why I pulled out the camera, because I didn't know anything else to do to protect me and my family.
At a certain point, Westwood even threatened them with a concealed weapon.
You need to bring out my concealed weapons here.
Westwood eventually turned herself in and bonded out soon after. She appeared in court in 2019 and was sentenced to 12 months of unsupervised probation and was ordered to pay court costs. She was ordered to attend White People Caucus meetings, a group organized to encourage examining and deconstructing internalized racial superiority, among other things.
They just made me feel intimidated and awful. So whatever you need to do and charge me back, just do it, because they don't belong here.
She must also attend any aftercare alcohol programs recommended as a result of her substance abuse assessment. Thanks for watching this episode of Crime 101. Subscribe for more.